Hey, everybody, welcome into Mornings with Loretta. So, too many times we forget the impact of those simple little things that we can do to make somebody's day. So, that's exactly why National Random Acts of Kindness Day is being celebrated to encourage everyone to spread the kindness. So, joining us to discuss how how we can all take part in this is Nextdoor's U.S. market lead, and she's been here before, Caty Kobe. Hi, Katie.
Hello, Loretta. Good morning.
Yes, good. Let's just get started. So, for anyone that does not know, what is Random Acts of Kindness Day and how did it even get started?
It's such a great question. Believe it or not, Random Acts of Kindness Day was first recognized as an annual observance back in 1995. So it's been an official thing for almost 30 years now. But the idea itself was first suggested back in the early 80s by a writer named Anne as a way to help combat negativity in the world. It quickly gained support, and folks have been celebrating kindness ever since. The whole point of it is to celebrate those small gestures that are really easy to do and remind us all about our, shared connection to one another.
You know what? I love that. I love that you can just rant, because we hear all the time where somebody's paying it forward, especially at like a Starbucks or in a food line. They're like, just pay it forward and do it for somebody else. And that is so random. I've done that many times. It has happened to me. I cannot even say. So tell me this, Katie, how does Nextdoor fit into this random acts of kindness? Because we know Nextdoor is keeping us safe and our neighbors saying, maybe their pet is lost or they found a pet. It's so much more than that. So I love it when you come on. Can you tell me what sparked your interest as a
Yeah,
company?
absolutely. So Nextdoor is a community platform, right? We are designed to help you connect to the people and the places that are nearest to you, that are local to you. And so while yes, some folks do use it to, share updates or safety information, it's also a really great way to do two things. One, you can ask for help if you need it, which is a great way to prompt others to give kindness. And two, you can also use the platform to just share a general thank you to neighbors, right? When that really kind thing happens to you, I'll give you a story. There's actually a woman on Nextdoor in California. Her grandpa was struggling to bring his trash bins inside from the weekly trash pickup. And a neighbor pulled over, offered to help him out, brought the trash bins in, told him to have a great day, and took off. And this woman, she really wanted to thank the person, but she didn't know how. So she went on to Nextdoor, shared her story. She used the hashtag thank a neighbor and said, I really want to give my heartfelt gratitude to this person who stopped by to help out my grandpa. And sure enough, the whole neighborhood was able to kind of come together and rally around that story. So it's a really great way to just, say thank you as well.
Okay, so that's a great lead in for my next question, Katie. So,
Yeah.
now when I was growing up, we knew everybody. You knew every neighbor, everybody knew everybody. So now I don't know all of my neighbors in my new neighborhood, but I know them when I see them and we wave. So how can I do something random for somebody I really don't I've never done more than wave at them and say good morning. So how do you suggest we do that?
I mean, first of all, waving and saying good morning is a huge start. You would be surprised how many people don't even get that much. So definitely starting there. What I love to remember is that it's free to be kind, right? It is not hard and it's free. And so whether that is smiling, waving, holding doors open for people, right? If you're walking down the street, you see some litter on the side, pick that up, toss it into the bin. All of those little things are showing acts of kindness and care towards the people that you live near and towards the businesses that you frequent. And so it's really not that hard, I think, just to kind of like look around and find the opportunities where someone might need just a little bit more love and kindness and care in their day.
I love it. I mean, because even if you're having a great day, it can always be upscale. Somebody doing something nice for you. Maybe when you get home, they found that you normally come home at 5:15. You're not there yet, so they take your trash can back, or something. Or if you have a baby, you see a welcome sign or a birthday sign in somebody's yard these days. You can go and join in the fun. So why do you think that those small acts of kindness are so often welcomed by our neighbors when we live in a world where people, saying stay 50 feet, stay in your lane, don't say anything to me. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. How do you recommend why do you think that's so important these days in spite of how people feeling?
Right. Well, I mean, it brings us together, right? Like we're humans, and human nature is that we want to belong. We want to find our tribe. We don't actually want to be in isolation, even though there's a lot of things going on in the world that tend to try to like push us away from each other instead of bringing us together. I think one of the things that I love so much about random acts of kindness is well, rather, I'll start with when I do something kind for someone else, whether it's a small, simple thing, or maybe I decide to, leave behind an extra cup of coffee at the cafe, or if someone, doesn't have like the last couple of dollars for their lunch, like take care of those couple of dollars for them. It makes me feel better, right? Like I feel good on the inside.
Yep.
There's actually a lot of benefits that I get as a person by being kind to others. And then for the person on that other end, it's just such a good feeling to know that you're not alone, to know that there's people out there that care about you. And so, really, I think being kind to one another is just that first step in building belonging and letting someone know that they're not alone and that their life does matter. And it is really important that they are seen as a person and valued in the world.
Okay, so I think it was last year you came on and you all had a new feature, or it was just new to me, that we could nominate businesses in our community for awards. So are there any new features or any way you all are suggesting at Nextdoor how we can recognize our neighbors? How about that one? Just our neighbors and honor them.
Oh, absolutely. I love that you asked that question. There is a feature on Nextdoor. So when you're creating a post on Nextdoor, it's a big green button that says post, right? When you click post, there's now the option that says thank a neighbor. And when you click on that option, you'll be given the opportunity to share the person's name, share a message of gratitude. But essentially what that is going to do is place like a digital thank you card for that person into the feed where others can see it and comment and react to it. If the neighbor themselves is already a member on Nextdoor, they're going to get a notification letting them know that they have just gotten this, this message of gratitude. And I think that's a really special and, again, free way to be involved in your community and to thank someone for their time and their efforts and for just being who they are.
I can only imagine the impact of something like that. It took you maybe 1 minute, 60 seconds to go ahead and, find your neighbor's name and say something to them. Say, I want to congratulate you or honor you. Let's make this hour my greatest Nextdoor neighbor hour or something like that. So I love how Nextdoor just keeps on evolving and pivoting when it's necessary to do that too. So that's why when I see your name, I'm like, yes, we got to have Caty come back on the show because she always have these nuggets that makes everybody feel a part of something, even if they've never felt it before. And it is those incidents don't come off the app because you are tired of somebody saying somebody's pet is lost, because it's important to them and they want to find the pet, or that they found a pet, or all this other stuff. What's going on? I heard a sign. It's so much more than, and that's what community is. We never said that it was perfect in our community. There's not a perfect community. So that's what I love and appreciate about Nextdoor. You keep evolving, giving us ways to connect and to humanize this world that went south 2 or 3 years ago. So where can we go for more information?
Well, thank you first off for all of those kind words. I really, really love that. It means a lot. But for more information, it's pretty easy. Just go to nextdoor.com. You can log in or sign up there. You can also download our app. It's free from both app stores. Just go search for Nextdoor in the search field and you'll find us.
It is so easy. You can put it on your Android and your iPhone. You can just get the app and take it for what it's worth. If you don't think there's enough happiness and kindness on there, then that's your job today. Go ahead and add a ton of kindness and a ton of happy on the Nextdoor app. Caty, thank you so much and have an amazing week. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. You too. Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, so Katie has to go, but I'm telling you, I get the notifications on Nextdoor about all the stuff that's going on. But a lot of times, most of the time, I am kept aware and informed on a lot of things in my neighborhood. And I like that Nextdoor has these amazing other features on there. So you just got to play around with the app to find them. Send some kudos and some I'm thinking of you in a kind and positive platonic way on Nextdoor to your neighbors, and celebrate them, celebrate businesses, nominate them when it's time to nominate them for community awards on Nextdoor. So I just thank you all so much for watching this segment. We'll be back on later today with another segment that you are going to enjoy. We're going to talk about dating trends, and who better to do that than the wonderful people at Bumble. So we'll talk about that. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back in just a moment.